All right, I'm settling an argument on this episode of nonsense. Fight me if you want to. Welcome back to another episode of Nonsense. I am your host, FNBoB. How's it going, everybody? How are you? Jesus Christ, this fucking microphone. Alright, just as a pre-warning, this is a quick pre-warning. This episode is going to be pretty intense on the debate half of burgers versus tacos, so I'm going to give you guys a bit of homework before you get too far into this episode. There's a podcast that I listen to quite frequently called Tastebuds. So if you look on YouTube or Spotify or wherever the fuck you listen to podcasts and shit, look up the No Fresh Network or Tastebuds podcast with Sal and Joe DeRosa. Joe DeRosa is one of my favorite comics, and Sal, everybody knows from fucking Impractical Jokers. So I'm going to give you guys a quick moment to go look up that episode, Burgers versus Tacos, and then come back to this episode, because I am just going to rip that whole argument to shreds. All right, I'll see you guys in a minute. Goodbye, and welcome back. All right, hopefully you guys clicked away to go listen to that episode. And then I recommend that you guys all go listen to the Tastebuds podcast, because it's just an incredible podcast, and that's where I partially touched on the peanut butter and jelly versus grilled cheese argument, and now we have a burger versus tacos argument, which I just 100% couldn't be any more upset at. I kid you not, I was listening to this entire argument, and I was fucking fuming. I was fuming the whole entire time. So, obviously, I'm team taco. I think that goes without saying. I eat tacos fucking consistently. And I'm not saying that burgers are bad. I'm not going to go on one of those strong limbs and say that burgers are just the cesspool of the world. Tacos are just better. And there's a plethora of reasons why it is, and I'm just going to run off at the mouth now. So if you guys don't give a shit, then you might as well click away now, because this is pretty much the entire episode this time around. All right. First off, I'm just gonna give Sal his props for winning that debate. I don't know how they consider that a win or a loss, because they do the poll before the episode even starts, and they're just reading the polls as they go along. I don't know. Who cares? So I'll give him props. He picked a winning team, because burgers are American. Burgers are more American than anything else on this planet. Pretty much, if you want to think America, it's burgers and bombs. That's pretty much it, dude. It's like, we have our guns, we have our burgers, and we blow shit up. Tacos, I understand, are more of a Mexican traditional thing, and obviously it's not going to be as popular in America. But here's the reason why the arguments of that episode really got to me. First of all, I don't know who the fuck in their right mind is arguing that the hard shell taco is even considered a taco. Amongst all taco eaters, no one is eating a hard shell taco seriously. That is literally a cesspool of tacos. It is soft corn and flour tortillas. That is the fuck it. And there shouldn't be anything else. The hard shell was literally just some bullshit that they created, because Americans are fucking retarded. I think that's literally the problem with this entire argument, is you're speaking to two very heavily American, unculturalized individuals. I'm just going to put it that way. I'm not saying they're uncultured, but you know what I mean. They stick with American shit. They understand. luckily enough for me, I live in a heavily diverse neighborhood, so I get a little bit of everything. And at the end of the day, I don't think a pizza's going too far and above and beyond a pizza. So I can't say pizzas are very diverse in taste. It's meat, cheese on dough. Like, fuck off. It's a pizza. And people would say that about anything. But when it comes to burgers are what you see is what you get type of things. You know what I mean? You're going to get your bun to make a basic burger. It's bun, burger meat, toppings, and cheese. Because whoever's not putting cheese on their burgers is a fucking heathen. But that's pretty much all you need for a pretty standard burger. You're not getting much variation. And Sal's biggest argument was that everybody does a burger. You can get a burger anywhere. Burgers are prevalent. Yeah, and they're all mediocre at best. Let's be honest, for those of you listening to my podcast and those of you have any culinary taste whatsoever, buy a burger from anywhere, whether it be a half-decent restaurant or a fast food joint. You know good and damn well your burgers at home should be better than that. Because the shit that they serve you in McDonald's, Wendy's, and everywhere else is fast food processed bullshit. If you go to a half-okay diner, they're giving you frozen patties. Let's be realistic, they're not making their patties fresh in the back. Then the further upscale you go, that's when they start making their patties fresh. And even then, it starts to be just ground beef from the grocery store. Then you go a little further up, then they're finally grinding their own meat in-house. And then that's when your burger becomes $20 a fucking burger. It's not worth it. You can get a packaged bit of ground beef and make a half-decent burger. All it takes is seasoning it properly, and cooking it at the right temperature. That's it. If you're fancy, you throw in some Worcestershire sauce, but I mean, even that's not even necessary, dude. As long as you cook it to the right temperature, which, let's be honest, no restaurant ever does. If you go to Burger King, McDonald's, Wendy's, it's just a fried to shit, well done burger. And a little bit above that, you're barely getting anything anywhere under a medium well. Like, it's always just fully cooked bullshit. Burgers are like steak. You need to undercook them just a tad. I'm not saying a full medium, but a little over a medium is what you want on a burger. I think that's the preferred cook method of a burger. There still should be a slight bit of pink. Not much. You don't want it completely overdone. Let's look it up real quick. Because that's my preferred, but I'm going to look at the average. That's what I should do. Average cook temp of a burger. Medium rare. To medium rare might also have pink in the center. Color's not the reliable way to judge doneness. Oh, okay, here we go. USDA recommends cooking burger to an internal temp of 160 Fahrenheit, which it will probably not have any pink center, but a burger cooked to 140 medium rare may also not have a pink center. So there should be no pink. Either way, I like mine with just a slight bit of pink. That's just mine. Again, it's not like an underdoneness, but it should just be not fully cooked to shit. And again, my burgers are a bit thicker too, so I cook mine almost steak level. You can get a medium rare burger. That's not a problem. I'm looking it up now. That's all. Yeah, that's medium rare burgers. I think that's a little bit too much. I prefer mine on the medium to medium well. But well done burgers are gross. That's just trash. So yeah, I'm getting way too far into burger territory. Because my point being is the arguments they were having for tacos were Joe DeRosa did not do justice to my tacos whatsoever. First of all, he was arguing hard shell tacos like they should exist. Hard shell tacos do not exist. That is a fucking fallacy. Get this shit the fuck out of here. Nobody who gives two shits about tacos cares at all about hard shell tacos. It's a fallacy. It's wrong. The only people who carry hard shell tacos and actually gives a shit about them is Taco Bell. And let's be realistic, Taco Bell is gross. And even Taco Bell won't even serve you a hard shell taco without putting Dorito dust on it at this point now. It's stupid. We're just gonna omit the hard shell taco. If you like it, that's fine. But it's not the OG taco. As any Hispanic dude or any person who loves fucking tacos, none of them will like vouch for a fucking hard shell. Before I get completely off hard shell, the second thing that they brought up that was a full-scale argument, and I'm sitting here just ripping my hair out, that Sal mentions that every time he bites into a hard shell taco, it breaks. Listen, asshole. Two things. One, you can't fucking manhandle a hard shell taco in the first place, even though you shouldn't be eating it, but you're not supposed to manhandle it. It's a fucking chip at the end of the day. That's all it is a potato. It's a big-ass Dorito. No shit it's going to break if you stuff it and then chew and bite into it stupid. So yeah, first of all, don't manhandle your shit. Two, the thing you're supposed to do, and if you read the goddamn package, which I know no one ever does, is you're supposed to take the hard shell taco things, whatever, and toss them in the oven for a few minutes. That way they get crisp and solid. They're fresher, they're warm, and they don't break as easy if you throw them in the goddamn oven. Don't have to do anything fancy to them. Just toss them in the oven, let them crisp up, let them get a little more firm, and then you pull them out, and then that's when you start filling them up with shit. A lot of people I know ahead of time who knows anything about anything will say, well, what you're supposed to do is fill your taco up backwards so it doesn't break as easy. So you're supposed to go with a level of cheese, then your toppings, and then like your lettuce, tomato, and then your meat on top. Yes, that helps the breakage of your shell, but it's not necessary. Just don't manhandle it. Throw it in the oven and toast it up for a few minutes, and then you shouldn't almost ever have a breakage issue whatsoever with your taco. But let's be honest, you shouldn't be eating hard shell taco. Soft shell should be soft corn, soft flour. That's the fuck it. They offer you that option because they know you're stupid. It's kind of like, and the best way I can put it, it's kind of like going to a so-called Chinese restaurant. Half of the shit on that menu, they do not feed themselves. Ask any Chinese dude you ever know and take them to a basic chop suey restaurant, and they will tell you, yeah, that ain't Chinese food. We'd never eat that shit. That's shit that we have left over, and we serve to Americans. Ask any of them, and they'll tell you that for a fucking fact. And I dare you to come back and tell me that's not true. Nobody eats American-ass Chinese food and think it's real. Just like no real person who knows anything about Mexican food considers Del Taco and Taco Bell Mexican food. It's gross. It's not real. It's not real Hispanic food. It's not tacos. So getting off the hard shell finally, because that's not a thing. The other thing is they were comparing the two as having pretty much the same basic ingredients, and that's where you're wrong once again. Your burger should be a solid burger. Is the bun, some kind of sauce, because you're not eating a dry bun. So your mayonnaise, mustard, ketchup. You need at least a combination of two of those things. Maybe not all three, but at least two of those, I think. At least a mayo and ketchup, or ketchup and mustard, or something like that. You're putting two different sauces on there either way. Then you have, that's your bun, sauces, your patty, lettuce, tomato, pickle, onion, something of that nature. You're throwing toppings on it. Joe kind of came close to arguing this point, but he just was stumbling over it. A true traditional taco is just onion and cilantro. There is nothing else. Lettuce, tomato, cheese on a taco is fucking blasphemy. That is not what you throw on a taco. Cilantro and onion is the only toppings for a taco. That's the only toppings you need for a taco. And that's going from ground beef to chicken, steak, pork, lingua, everything under the sun. All you need is those two ingredients, is cilantro and onion. And you know how I know that? Is because if you ask any person who gives two shits about tacos, will automatically go in and order it that way. No other way. That is it. Every once in a while you might add cheese, but you're not putting lettuce, tomato on there. Lettuce and tomatoes are fucking morons who don't know how to order a taco. So do yourself a favor. Next time you're going to get a taco from any place other than goddamn Taco Bell, please do not go to Taco Bell and try and pull this off, because they're going to look at you stupid because they don't know how to make a taco. Go to any Hispanic restaurant and ask for a taco. Get you a steak taco with cilantro and onion, and tell me your taste buds won't thank you. And I'm being as calm as I fucking can be at this point, because an argument with tacos just gets me heated immediately. I'll eat tacos 6 days a goddamn week. So first off, yeah, that's your toppings for your taco. Tacos have by far the better versatility for things that I've already stated. That you have the option of soft corn flour, and if you're retarded, hard shell. You have the option of your cilantro onion topping versus your lettuce, tomato, cheese, or sour cream, or olives. I don't know who the fuck's putting olives on taco. Goddamn, I wish Taco Bell would stop existing. I don't know why people are putting olives on the taco, but get that shit the fuck out of here. You have jalapenos, pickled jalapenos sometimes, if they're doing it right. You got your hot sauces. You have your salsa verdes. You have your rojo sauce, because that's the shit you should be putting on your taco, not just basic ass hot sauce. But your salsa verde, delicious on a steak taco, just incredible. Your second level of versatility. So you have versatility in your toppings, and then your undershell, and then you have the versatility of meat, where it's steak, ground beef, which is basic bitch level, but ground beef, steak, chicken, pork, lingua, which is cow tongue, chiles, fucking cactus, fish, shrimp. The list goes on. Anything that is a similar meat or anything of that variation. Dude, just chorizo and potato, or just chorizo alone. Delicious. There's so many different levels of just a taco. I just named you 8 different taco meats, if I'm not mistaken. And then you can change it up with different types of shells or tortillas, how you're supposed to. Or you can change out your toppings and make it completely different. So your versatility is high, whereas a burger is just your random toppings. So not only are you changing the underlayer, but you're changing the meat, and then you're changing the toppings. You're not changing the meat in the burger. It's ground beef. Some people will use chopped steak, which is like just the better version of ground beef, which, yeah, so you change your meat once. So you can go chopped steak and ground beef versus ground beef steak, chicken, shrimp, pork, and everything else that goes in a taco. So then after that, you're just changing up the toppings, which have 100% been discredited, disapproved of, and argued over centuries. So you have your basic all-American burger toppings: lettuce, cheese, tomato, onion. After that, then you get into dumb shit. Hands down, just ridiculous dumb shit. Then you get your different cheeses. People throw barbecue sauce and onion rings on it. Some people will do fried egg and some other shit. Then you have the Fat Elvis, which is peanut butter and some other goofy shit. Like, at that point, that's when you're experimenting. No one has agreed upon these different types of burgers. People just throw dumb shit on top of their burger. But at the end of the day, it's not changing the burger itself. You're just adding a dumb flavor to the burger. I mean, at this point, people are even replacing the buns with grilled cheese. Like, none of us have agreed upon this. You just took burgers and went apeshit. And no one really, like, no two people in a small environment will agree on the same burger toppings. That's completely different when it comes to tacos. You have the everyday man who just does lettuce, cheese, and tomato. And then you have the people who know better who put cilantro and onions. Like, those are your toppings. You can still add more and heavily ridiculous shit to a taco, but that's all you really need. I mean, you have spicy tacos, you have, saucy tacos, you have plain tacos. Like, goddamn, dude, the change-ups are limitless at this point when it comes to tacos. So, taco toppings were just, like, a thing that I was just, like, sitting there just losing my goddamn mind over. Like, I don't see, for one, it's just that lettuce, tomato, cheese, it's just wrong. Please, for the love of God, stop putting that on your taco. I know white people love that shit, but you guys gotta stop. That is not a taco. Cilantro and onion is the way to make a taco. I understand that lettuce, cheese, and tomato is not bad, but it's just not the right way to do it. It's just not right. It's not right at all. Try it. Trust me. Dude, even grilled onions would be better than just your lettuce, cheese, and tomato. Dude, I had a pork taco recently. Fucking al pastor with a little bit of cilantro and onion, and then you have the chopped up pineapples that they cooked with the pork. Bam, right on the taco. Delicious. That's how you have it done. Just so fucking good, man. I can't see. And the thing is I'll sit there and I'll eat easily 6 tacos in a row. I don't think there's a human being on the face of this earth that can eat more than 2 burgers. Like, after you get past burger one, you're like, I'm stupid, but I'm going to try and eat the second burger. And I make great burgers, and I'll never eat two of mine ever again. Because after a while, it's just too dense, too much, too greasy, too fattening, and you feel like absolute utter shit 5 minutes after eating it. Like, you're full for days. You should not consume that much ground beef. And don't fool yourself that you're eating healthy because you put spinach, lettuce, tomato, and onion on top of it. Like, that did not make it healthier. That didn't make it healthy. You didn't make a salad. That's literally the SpongeBob salad. It's just garbage, and you're calling it salad. It's like, get the shit out of here. All right, I'm going to take a quick commercial break, and then I'll come back and discuss more on how much I hate that argument just took place the way it did. I'll catch you guys in a second, and enjoy these commercials. All right. Welcome back to the Nonsense Podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed those commercials. I'm back to finish discussing this fucking taco burger argument. All right, so I have to touch upon this. God damn, this mic is really pissing me off today. I have to touch on this other part of this discussion that they were just obliterating. So apparently the taco is more messy than the burger. Yeah, if you have no idea how to eat it. That's literally the case. There should not be a giant mess when you're done eating a taco. Tacos are eaten in a very specific way. It's not hard. If you're just, not a goddamn brute with your tacos, it's really simple. You lay if you get a soft shell like you're supposed to, or a soft tortilla, you take the two flaps, you pinch them together. You take your pinky, and then you lift the back up. And then that's it. You lift the back up of it. So the back of it isn't open. Kind of tuck it in, grab it all together, and then you bite. Super simple. Not that hard. It's really not that hard. Most tacos are made fairly small. So that's why you're able to eat a shit ton more of them. You shouldn't have a giant, bite of nothing. Like Taco Bell, where you're getting either lettuce, tomato, and bullshit, or just a big bite of meat. It's a bad taco. Tacos are fairly small, and you should be able to fit the entire thing in your mouth, take one bite, and you're good. There's almost no mess with them. That's why they're like burritos. They're self-containing. And again, ask any Hispanic person ask them about the tacos from Mexico versus the tacos here. The tacos from Mexico are made smaller. Like, the better places here in America will make them smaller. Because Americans are fat and retarded, they kept making them bigger and bigger and bigger until they're disgusting. And that's why people have this issue where they can't eat a taco normally. They're supposed to be made smaller with humane size. I think they're like maybe, 3 to 4 inches in diameter. Like, that's how big your taco shell should be. It shouldn't be a fucking plate-sized taco. Like, that's your fault for being a fat, dumbass American. Go buy your own shit and make it the right way. They're just not that messy. I understand that shit comes out of it, like any food. But the thing is they're like, it's not as messy as a burger. And I call absolute bullshit. Once you put on that layer of mayo, ketchup, mustard, whatever you want to put on the bread, everything you put on top of that immediately starts to slide. If you make a sizable burger, that burger will go shift in a heartbeat. How many times have you eaten a burger and then it slowly starts falling apart? It slowly starts oozing out the back. The grease starts dripping every goddamn where. That doesn't happen with a taco. It never happens with a taco. And that's the thing. Just the more toppings slowly you put on there, the more unstable that leaning tower of bullshit is becoming. So, mind you, as soon as you get just, burger, lettuce, tomato, and cheese on a bun, it's gonna slide. Try adding something simple like bacon or avocado or an egg, and you're just adding oozy, slidey bullshit to a burger. The more bites you take, the more that shit's gonna shift. And then most people say, well, just make a sizable, smaller burger. Yeah, so then you're eating 6 to 11 fucking burgers. Like, it's White Castle. And obviously, White Castle can't even put toppings on that burger. Have you ever looked at a White Castle burger? It's 90% bun, a sliver of meat, and then a sprinkle of onion or bacon or whatever else they're going to try and throw on there. But it's never anything past cheese. They can't make it past cheese because anything else would start shifting the burger. So that's my biggest gripe. Tacos are not that messy, and if they are, they're no more or less messy than a burger. Burgers are way more messy by a long shot. Because they give you the illusion that you can eat it on the go, and you can't. Everything always falls out of the back of it. They literally designed a wrapper, and it fails at its job. Burger wrappers suck. It doesn't catch anything. It's always either too hot or catches so much grease that it's rendered useless in no time. Burgers are by far more messy. And then the biggest thing that I think was the most egregious thing, and it's just... It was just said out of, like, I don't know. It bothered me. I don't know if you guys can tell. I'm just, like, literally flustered at this point trying to go through this podcast. Because it's just, like, the fallacies stated on my beloved tacos was just ridiculous. So the last two things, they brought up Taco Tuesday, which is, like, the biggest sell for tacos. Literally every Tuesday is Taco Day. It's just how it works. There is no burger day. There is a national burger day. Just like I'm pretty sure there's a national taco day or national burrito day. There's national everything day nowadays. There's a national bike day. Like, come on, dude. There's a day for everything. But Taco Tuesday is literally every Tuesday. Every restaurant, bar, or anything has a $2 Tuesday for tacos. Just about everywhere you go has a Taco Tuesday. LeBron tried his damnedest to make Taco Tuesday a thing with him and his kids because Taco Tuesday is just the greatest day. There's no day for burgers. Let's be realistic. You get a 1 day a year day for burgers. Every Tuesday is Taco Tuesday. And that's by far one of the greatest sells of Taco Tuesday. Or tacos in general is the fact that you get a day for it. It'll never happen with burgers for the simple fact, it's not fun. Burgers are not fun. They're not, you're not happy to get a burger. You're just like, whatever. I'll eat this. You know what I mean? That's some lunchtime, like I gotta go just eat something so I can continue on with my day bullshit. There's no fun unless you go to like a really ridiculous creative burger spot, which there are. I'm not saying there aren't. But tacos are just a much more fun thing to do. It's a cultural thing. It's out of the norm. And let's be frank, no one can really cook a taco at home properly. People have tried. People come kind of close. That's why there's a difference between your tacos and everybody else's tacos. Is your tacos aren't that great. But yeah, that's like the biggest thing. It's like, dude, Taco Tuesday is the greatest. Like, yeah, let's be honest. Like, and again, home tacos are not bad because they've made tons of kits to help people make tacos, which I think that's probably the first problem where I know that Joe was going to lose this argument because Americans are going to love anything that's super easy, I guess, and burgers are fairly easy for, retard Americans to make. Where tacos have to be made with kits. Just like baking kits. Like, no one knows how to bake properly from scratch, so they put cake mix in a box and say, here, just add these specific ingredients so you don't screw up these cakes. Anyone who can make a box cake will tell you straight up that their grandmother's homemade cake tastes much better by a long shot because, it's made with actual fucking ingredients. So let's not compare your home taco kits. But, your home taco kits aren't bad. They're just not good as real tacos. But at least it helped. But the whole purpose of that point was to understand that you can bring tacos home. You can try and make them with ground beef and nothing more than that because there's no kit for anything else. But at least you have a solid chance to attempt to make tacos at home. It's fun for you. It's fun for the whole family and all that good stuff. It's literally just a party thing. Every Taco Tuesday is like a fucking party. I typically celebrate Cinco de Mayo with tacos. I will go out to my favorite taco restaurant and order a shit ton of tacos and eat all of those son of bitches. So not only do you get, Taco Tuesday every day, but then you get Cinco de Mayo, which is the 5th of May. And I just celebrate by eating a shit ton of tacos, which is even better because Cinco de Mayo is literally following Star Wars Day, May 4th. So it's just a beautiful 2 days back to back. Speaking of which, and even better, check this out. This next month, May 4th, Star Wars Day, is on a Tuesday, Taco Tuesday, and then Cinco de Mayo's Wednesday, the day after, obviously. So I get tacos 2 days in a row. I get to celebrate watching Star Wars, eating tacos, and then the very next day I can eat more tacos. Fucking beautiful. Greatest week of my life. Oh, Jesus Christ. But yeah, no, Taco Tuesday is a big sale for tacos. There are no burger. What would you do? Burger Monday? Wednesday for burgers, maybe? I don't know. I wouldn't have a day for burgers either way. It doesn't roll off the tongue well. And to know that I have to eat a burger. Let's be honest, burgers are just meatloaf sandwiches. Like, get the fuck out of here, dude. Burgers aren't even that special. And I'll die on the cross for that one, man. Make that a change my mind. Burgers are just meatloaf sandwiches. Change my mind. It's literally the same thing. It's ground beef, ketchup on bread. Fuck with me. Nothing to say behind that. And then the last point I really just needed to make was, I don't know why he kept mentioning this, but Sal's an interesting individual. And again, you guys watched the entire episode, hopefully. But if you didn't, I hope I summed this up as much as humanly possible. Sal kept making this point that, because he likes to deal with imagery, and he likes to just make these points of, like, when you're outside on a hot summer day and you're grilling and you're partying with your friends and you throw a bunch of burgers on the grill. And then Joe quickly made this point that, like, yeah, I guess you can't make tacos on a grill. Yes, sir, you can. And I will argue to the death that that's kind of the only way you're supposed to make steak tacos, is you're supposed to get a flame broiled grill and flame broil the steak so you get a good grilled flavor and a little bit of char on your steak meat, and then you throw it in a taco. I think that's the only way. People will grill the tortillas, they'll grill the meat, you can grill your vegetables, and you pretty much just had a grilled taco. So that's, for one, not only the only way to eat it, that's the only reason I have a propane grill, is because I knew it was going to be much easier to make steak tacos on a propane grill. And if not, I could still make it on charcoal. I could smoke the taco meat and still get a solidly good taco, but I prefer mine flame broiled. Yeah, it's literally the only reason I got a fucking propane grill, so I can make tacos and, grill up my fucking vegetables and whatnot. Like, just hundreds of percents of inaccuracies, dude. Like, tacos are the greatest food. And I think I'm kind of okay with the idea of people saying that pizza's, like, hands down the greatest food of all time, because everybody loves pizza. I don't think there's a human being on this earth that doesn't like pizza. And if you don't, you change the toppings, you change the shit under it, you're going to eventually like a pizza, you know what I mean? Burgers are just too greasy. I think tacos should be number 2. And then burgers. Burgers aren't bad. They're versatile, but they have a lot of flaws. And they have the same flaws that tacos have, but tacos just handle themselves a lot better. I've had a plethora of bad burgers. I've never had a plethora of bad tacos. I've had tacos from places that had no business buying tacos. That's probably the thing. You have no business buying a taco at Taco Bell, Del Taco, or any of these places. I can't even speak for Del Tacos. I've never been there. But those are the places you have no business. And that should tell you something, how strong tacos are, that a lot of burger places will try and sell tacos. And I don't know if you guys remember, I think they still do it, that Taco Bell sells tacos. Or not Taco Bell, Burger King. They've attempted to sell a taco for I don't know how long, and nobody's buying that shit because it's gross. Because they're taking their shitty ass burger meat, trying to ground it up and throw it in a hard shell, which is just absolutely asinine. But yeah, no, that's just like the worst way to get a taco. Don't buy tacos. Just go to any place that's called a taqueria. That's pretty much the only place to get a taco. There's a shit ton of places to get tacos in every city across the world. And if you can't get into your city or your town, just travel a bit, dude. It's worth it. Learn how to make a taco. It's not that difficult. But yeah, I'll argue to death that tacos are much better food. And I'll put it this way. I just wanted to get this off my chest. But I won't have a full-fledged argument because now that I'm back doing my podcast as frequently as I fucking can, I'll see if I can get my fucking... I won't say first because I have other episodes like kind of half done. They just need a shit ton of editing with guests. So those episodes are coming up. You guys don't realize that as soon as I add the element of doing any guest, editing becomes a fucking pain in the ass. So I have one of those episodes coming up pretty soon, and I probably will do another guest-related episode on just rediscussing this topic, because it deserves to have a full-fledged argument with people who actually give a shit and know what the fuck they're talking about. But yeah, do me a favor and just comment and email me your thoughts on that topic, because I'll argue for tacos, till the cows come home. I'm never gonna sit here and say that that burgers are better. It's just not gonna happen, man. And not on based on those bullshit argument points. Burgers and tacos are more messy. Get the fuck out of here, dude. Oh well. So on that note, I think that'll be it for this podcast. So I'll catch you guys later. And see you next episode. Bye. Thank you for listening to another episode of the Nonsense Podcast. Remember, tune in on your favorite streaming site like Spotify, Apple, or Google Podcasts. Also, don't forget to check us out on YouTube at FNBoB Show to listen to the podcast and watch videos by yours truly. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I also stream twice a month. The FNF streams on twitch.tv. Just remember to search the FNBoB on twitch.tv. And make sure you follow so you never miss out when I stream on the 1st and 15th at 7 p.m. Most importantly, follow me on Facebook at FNBoB Show so you can get updated on all things FNBoB and interact with the community. Thanks, guys, and I'll see you next time.